Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. .org. From the world-famous Sugar Shack Studios outside Houston, Texas, this is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
I need to do my contract then.
What contract?
Worldwide.
Well, we are. We're nationwide. Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Right now, as a matter of fact, we're going to get an update on the third annual upcoming Hot Rod Tour of Texas from the guys that put it all together. Okay?
Masterminds.
The masterminds behind this whole thing. Bobby Sparkman and Jeremy Taylor. Plus, we'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you made it to the show this morning. Very much so.
We are too.
It
was raining.
It has been. It's been a rather wet morning around town. I've been up for quite a while because the lightning shut the electricity off earlier, and thank goodness that the power company got it back on right away.
Oh, wow.
So we had that to mess with everybody. By the way, I did want to say that in the last segment, we were supposed to have Mars review, but because we ran behind getting the boys on from the Woodlands, we're going to move that to this hour, okay?
Yep.
So that's going to go right here. Car review. I have to write this down because if you think that I can remember this a few minutes from now, you are so very wrong.
I wrote it down on my copy.
All right, so let's get on with it. Bobby Sparkman, Jeremy Taylor, Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Gentlemen, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Where are you guys?
We're in downtown Victoria for our Cars and Coffee.
Oh, the Cars and Coffee thing is this morning. It looks like is that a Mexican restaurant behind you?
There's a Mexican restaurant behind us, and there's a little Americana restaurant across the street that hosts us every morning called the Waterwell Cafe.
Nice.
Little mom and pop operation.
You know, I've been kind of following you guys with this Cars and Coffee thing that you guys are doing, and apparently it's going pretty well. How many cars do you usually got coming out for your event?
30, 40 usually.
Perfect. That's just the right size. Yeah, see, they can make coffee and keep up with everybody, and they can bring in enough donuts and kolaches down there.
Yep, it's important.
Yeah. And they serve a full breakfast. Full breakfast down here. It's fantastic.
Y'all got any grits down there?
They do got grits.
Yeah, good. That's my favorite. All right.
Mine too.
Hot Rod Tour of Texas coming up at the end of April. Did you see my name on the list that I paid my money?
I sure did.
Did you?
Absolutely, I sure did.
So Leslie and I are going to go on the tour as well as these other two guys are going to go as well. Now whether
awesome.
Yeah, whether you've showed favoritism to them and allowed them to get in for free, you better not.
We're just going to you guys out.
We're going to tag along.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're truly looking forward to it. So, how many people are you expecting this year on the tour? Let me put it this way. How many cars on the tour?
We've typically held it at 300 with this year because some people didn't get in last year. We bumped it up to 350. So we're anticipating 350 cars plus some media and staff, probably around 375, around that number, 375 to 380 cars as far as staff and media and everybody else tagging along.
Yeah.
And the passengers, we're total participant count, probably around 900.
Oh, my God.
And this is the third year?
Yes, sir. Third year.
Wow. Are you surprised by the number of people that signed up for this? And, I mean, it's grown tremendously. It grew last year tremendously. I think it almost doubled last year, didn't it?
It has grown every year. And the crazy thing, I was talking to someone yesterday. We were reviewing the participants. We've had about an 87% retention. So the folks that are going are the first ones to sign up to come back again.
Veterans.
You know, we need to have some silver star participants like myself that started from the very beginning. I don't know how you do that, but there's a thought for next year.
Sure. We're already working on next year. As a matter of fact, I had some meetings yesterday.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What, are you going to try to announce something at this year's event?
Or today?
Maybe. That's a good idea. That may be something we do on the last day. That's a great idea. We hadn't thought about that.
You could do it now.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have the ink signed yet. We're still in negotiation.
Yeah. Well, that's an excuse that you guys have been using since the very beginning.
Well, one of the stops we negotiated for 3 months and ended up not going there.
Well, it's funny how that stuff works out. I've been involved in events.
It actually did. It ended up. We got the place that we originally wanted to go to. They had a cancellation for a charity event they were going to hold, and once they found out that we hadn't secured anything, the owner came to us and said, "We really want y'all to come." So it worked out better. Yep.
So you actually are going.
We're going to a location in Fredericksburg that was the original spot I wanted to go to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Well, I'm really excited that we're going to. Matter of fact, I think we're going to. Leslie and I are going to stop there at Fredericksburg, and when you guys take off for the Sunday next stop, I think that we're going to stay there and enjoy Fredericksburg a little bit, and then we'll head back. So we're not going to make it all the way to the end on Sunday afternoon, but
you're gonna miss out on that Road Warrior plate again.
I know, and you keep, and that's not to say that we can't or won't, because you
should, and I'll entice you a little bit. Saturday before the Saturday evening event, there's going to be a few hours. Probably 3 or 4 hours that you will be able to go and explore at Fredericksburg on your own before the Saturday event. We did that intentional.
Oh, really?
And see, that brings up a point, because my wife and I are going to tag along. We're not part of it. We're going to tag along to see all the other sites that are in between while y'all are doing this. We're staying in Fredericksburg also, and that's exactly what she wants to do.
That was one of the reasons. Fredericksburg's accommodations are a little more pricey, but we keep hearing we're skipping the women's opportunity to enjoy the tour. So this year we wanted to give back to them a little bit and give them a little shopping experience and a little culture. If they want to have a little German food there or whatever they want to have, it's a fantastic little town.
It truly is. It's been a couple of years since. Well, actually, it's been more than that.
Longer than that, yeah.
Yeah, 5-6 years since I've been up there. But
it's grown a lot. Yeah. It has grown a huge amount.
Yeah, and I was looking online at the hotels. There have been some new hotels, and to get a little bit of a reduced rate, we're going to stay, about 20 miles away. And, we did that on purpose. And the motel that we're staying in kind of looks like a Schitt's Creek motel. It does. It's a motor lodge. A motor lodge.
That's where we're going to stay.
Oh, that's awesome. You got to take pictures and post them then.
That's awesome. Definitely will. And we'll take our Schitt's Creek sign and put it outside our door or whatever.
Or you'll be up it.
Yeah, I'll be up the creek. Okay, so let's get the details. So Thursday night is the big reception. And what place is that?
This is a new one for us. This year is Victoria's 200th bicentennial.
Okay.
The city of Victoria for being established. It was 200 years ago. So we are one of 8 official bicentennial events with the city of Victoria, which is really, really, really hard to get in Victoria for an automotive event. So in the process of doing this, our downtown area, historical downtown, has been going through a Main Street revitalization program. A lot more businesses down here, restaurants, bars, and that's why we're doing Cars and Coffee down here, is to support our downtown redevelopment. In that process, they put in a bunch of brand new public restrooms. They put in a big outdoor stage, a permanent stage on the square. We will be the second event that's going to be held at that. So we're going to move it from Aircrafters from last year to our downtown historic district. And we've been partnering and working with our CVB group and the tourism group here, as well as Main Street program, to get all the businesses to stay open late for us that night. So it'll be a happening downtown. A lot of little restaurants, little things for the ladies to shop, boutiques and stuff. Several restaurants of all varieties, several bars. We are also partnering that same night. Ironically, this just worked out perfect for us. It is our 50th anniversary of the Victoria Symphony. So the Victoria Symphony is going to go on earlier in the day, and then we'll take over when it gets dark. And we'll have our favorite band, the Crowbars, are going to come back and play with us. They played for us every year. They put on a great show if you've seen them. Really looking forward to the downtown party, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, that sounds great. How early do I have to get there to see the Victoria Symphony?
Anytime before about 6 o'clock.
Anytime before 6?
Anytime before 6 o'clock.
And they're going to be in the downtown area?
They'll be at the same stage performing.
Awesome.
They'll perform before the Crowbars come on.
So when it gets dark, then we'll let you in because we don't want too many people to see what you guys do. It's all after 5.
There is that. Yeah. And you did say that there's plenty of bars going to be open that night.
Oh, yeah. There's bars, restaurants, shops, little pubs. There's all kinds of stuff open.
So we could do a little bar crawl down there.
Yes. Sure yes. We're working with the Main Street on something like that as well. Some incentives for the merchants to bring people in.
What are you laughing at, Mars?
I can just see all of us crawling from one bar to another bar, literally.
You've done it before.
And we'll wind up staying in the park down there because we'll be too toasted to drive to the motel.
I'm going to sit in with the symphony.
I have to see if my wife's kind of him-hawing around. I have to remind her that she's our designated walker.
Well, are you driving to New Braunfels? Or are you going to start with us on Thursday night?
Well, the plan is to start on Thursday night, get a little B-roll and stuff Thursday night of some of the stuff going on, and then start filming Friday as well.
And Thursday's going to be cool because all around the square, if you Google Earth, the Victoria de Leon Plaza, it's a big city block, and we're going to have all hot rods all the way around that plaza.
Yeah, see, we need pictures. We need really video. Cool.
That's it.
We're taking over downtown.
All right. So, what time do I need to get there to get a spot on the square?
Anytime after 6 or before 6. We're going to be there probably around 4 p.m.
Well, you better be there at 4 p.m. because
we'll be set up early.
I can only imagine the chaos and everybody trying to pick up their goodie bag that have already registered.
It's going to be wild. Yeah. It's going to be wild.
Okay. Have we hopefully gotten some help at the collection desk?
Oh yeah, we've got a lot more staff coming in with us. We're going to separate into 2 tables for registration. It'll be by alphabetical. You'll go on one side for A through whatever, and then the other table will be the other one, and you can pick your packet up, and then you go to the window at the trailer and pick up your merch. It's going to work out real well.
Good.
We're testing that at Gateway.
Okay, very nice. I like it.
And then Friday morning, we will meet up.
New location.
Yeah, another new location. We're going to meet up where the Jaguars baseball team here plays in Riverside Park. The city's offered that to us as far as a really good kickoff location. Not nearly as much traffic. I don't know if you remember, Don. Traffic was chaotic getting out, even with police escort.
I know. Yes.
We backed up. I don't know. I think most of the city of Victoria, while we pulled out of there were so many of us.
Well, I will tell you this. I mean, it was all well organized, and it was a lot of fun. And, when you're in the moment there on Saturday morning when we get out on the road, love to the police escort and all of the intersections closed for us and everybody honking. The best thing, though, I think was, I don't remember what city it was that we went on.
We'll get there. We'll get there just a second.
Okay. But all of the kids came out of school on Friday on the trip up there, and they're all sitting out, a ways from the highway. And they're all, it's almost like the tier-stepped kind of thing. They're all on that and sitting on the ground, like, and everybody's waving, and parade stand. And we're all, waving and honking the horns. It was great. I loved it.
Now this year when we leave this area, we're going to go about 4 blocks, and there's a private school on the left-hand side that they're all going to be outside waving and as we leave and kind of cheering us on as we depart.
I love it.
And then we're pretty much from there. We're gonna get back to the main road, and we're gonna pass Velocity where we kicked off last year, and then we're gonna go up. And one of the cities Don was talking about year before last was Yoakum, Texas.
Yeah,
where the fire department came out and all the kids were out. We're gonna pass through there again, the same route, right through the same exact area, and they've already been notified. Their chamber's notified, so they'll be out watching for us.
Wonderful.
That'll be
It's hard to imagine because where I was last year trying to film things coming into that first stop, but a 15-mile long parade of just hot rods, just
it was wild.
Got to be something to see.
And it's bigger this year. So it might be 20 miles.
It could very well be.
It's going to be quite a bit bigger this year.
Yeah. Well, we're really looking forward to it. I can't tell you how excited I am. As a matter of fact, I'm working on getting new seats in the Corvette for this. Right. And now I'm thinking, let's see. I'm thinking about a dash cam. I think that would be fun as well. So I'm working on the Corvette. It's been in and out of the shop doing special things to it for the past year, getting ready for the next hot rod tour of Texas.
We've got several people that are doing the exact same thing that are really putting some miles on their cars and preparing them after the first year or two. And they saw a lot of people break down from just not driving their cars and preparing them. They're going through and putting new brakes on them, checking what radiator hose is, putting new tires on them if the tires are old. They're just, really doing what they should have been doing already.
Yeah, upgrading it.
Are you bringing the Edsel cop car?
I was going to ask, what are y'all bringing?
Bringing the Edsel. Absolutely. The Edsel's coming.
And the yellow truck?
The yellow truck will be there again.
Good. Okay. Well,
those are your 2 leaders again.
I was just going to say, because I've got to have my markers up front so I don't get too far away from you guys. Yeah.
And we will in advance, we will shoot you guys the detailed route so you guys can kind of look at it as far as getting ahead of us and getting some scenic shots. I know last time that was kind of difficult for Don to pass, a mile's worth of cars to get ahead of us.
That's right. So but I did, didn't I? But I did make it, didn't I?
You did it. You did it.
How did that happen?
Who's that?
I wonder.
Who's that idiot in the black Corvette that's blowing by everybody?
Driving on the sidewalk.
We're like, that guy's really got to go to the bathroom.
The best one is that was one person that had to go, and we stopped in the middle of nowhere at some little C-store, convenience store, and everybody pulled in and mobbed the place. That was
one gas station got swarmed with about 100 of us.
I asked the lady, I said, do you need some help? She says, yeah, but I need more than one. So you got anybody else? And all these people will be more than happy to help you.
And the funny thing is all the people at the counter wanted to go outside and look at the cars.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, I'm really looking forward to it. So the first stop is going to be New Braunfels, correct?
The first stop will be Shiner Brewery.
Shiner, okay. Oh, good. We're going to go back there, okay. Yeah, the brewery.
Nice.
They have an excellent barbecue place there. Yeah, they've actually got a barbecue in-store restaurant now. And as well as not only are they doing beer, they're also doing a distillery and some frozen drinks now.
There.
How do we know? We had to go try it out.
Yeah, I'm sure that you did.
I was there yesterday, as a matter of fact.
It's called research. You have to
research.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right. So what I guess I meant to say is that our stayover stop the first night is New Braunfels.
Yes, sir. First night Victoria, second night New Braunfels, the third night Fredericksburg.
There you go. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I'm still on track with all of that. It's great talking to you guys and really looking forward to it. So for those people that aren't familiar with it, it's Hot Rod Tour of Texas and good Facebook site, and you've got your own website. And so I'm thinking, well, there you go. If you haven't joined up, come and join us. We're going to have a good time.
And the movie this year at the drive-in, it rained out on us last year. A few of us still struck it through because it was a massive storm that came in last year.
I remember. Yep.
We didn't go to the drive-in. My wife was upset.
There was not a lot of attendance at the drive-in, so we're going to return to the drive-in this year. The movie this year, Smokey and the Bandit.
Perfect.
So bring all those Trans Ams out, all the Le Mans police cars, and we're going to do a costume contest. You can dress anybody in the movie, and we've got some cool prizes for the best costume and the best car.
What was the woman that played opposite? She was in the movie. Is that
Sally Fields?
Yeah.
Sally Fields.
Mike, are you going to be dressed as Sally Fields?
Well, I was thinking we could take the top off of Don's Corvette, and we could throw a dress out.
Put a wedding dress in there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Cowboy hat on him.
Yeah.
I've got it already. Anyway.
So if you guys know anybody that got some Trans Ams, it'd be a really fun thing for them to do because it's going to be a blast.
No doubt. Bobby, Jeremy, it's great to talk to you guys.
Good to talk to you too.
Yeah, and let's.
We will be in touch for sure.
Okay, yeah, and let's talk at the beginning of April, somewhere around April Fool's Day, I think would be appropriate, somewhere around there. Yeah, and we'll check in with you and see how things are going and get the latest news.
We can cover the rest of the tour then.
I love it. All right, well, y'all take care down there.
We don't want to give them too much today.
Yeah, I know. I know how you are. All right, well, it's good
we've also got new new hats separate from the event hats and shirts and license plates and some cool merch that we're coming out with this year.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
And all registered vehicles, owners who register their vehicle will get a cool clay commemorative Hot Rod Tour of Texas poker chip.
Perfect. Love that.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Mars is going to supply you guys with some cards to put in the goodie bags promoting the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Awesome.
Great.
And if you guys get some cool In-Wheel Time T-shirts, we'll throw them in the trailer and help sell them for you guys.
Perfect. Hey, man, thanks so much. It's great to talk to
Absolutely.
you. We'll be in touch, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Y'all have a good morning.
Be good. See you then.
Thanks. Bobby Sparkman, Jeremy Taylor, Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Go to their Facebook page, and it'll take you back to the registration.
Yep.
And register. Come on, join us. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a good old time.
I think it'll be fun.
Let's get in a car review, shall we? The one that I kind of bypassed last half hour.
Kind of a quick one. A quick one?
Yeah. A quick one.
A quickie.
There you go.
Well,
Let's go.
You got 5 minutes. Go for it.
Do it.
Mr. Mars.
Cool. So I haven't driven a Genesis vehicle per se in quite some time. So this is the 2024 Genesis GV60 Performance. Now this is a pure EV. The GV60 was introduced in 2023, and it is now available in 3 different trim levels. You got a standard, you got advanced, then you got performance is the top of the line. So again, we were driving the performance. This is all built on the same architecture as the Hyundai Ioniq. Yeah, the Kia
Ioniq.
EV6.
What did you say?
I said the Kia EV6.
You didn't say that. You said something else.
All right.
And we had the special
Ioniq?
copper color paint. Now, this was a $695 option that got a lot, and it's the color that we had there on the video. Got a lot of comments on this color because it's not really a bright in-your-face copper, but it's definitely different from most of the things you're going to see.
Gold to me.
Copper.
That's what I thought first time I saw it in the evening, but you get in the daylight and it's not quite gold either. So we got LED headlights up front. We got with the auto high beams, got power folding heated side mirrors. Got a vision roof is what they call it with a shade. It's a big panoramic roof. Takes up the whole roof, in fact. Got a hands-free power lift gate, and we're rolling on some nice 21-inch wheels that come with that performance trim level. Now, inside, we had the Napa leather seating. Now, the front seats have heated and ventilating. The rear seats are heated as well, which they are 60-40 folding seats, so you can get a little more cargo because there's not a whole lot in the back, but there's room. Has a 12.3 digital cluster that it also has a heads-up display that's got quite a bit of information on it as well.
Is this an SUV or a sedan?
It's an SUV.
Okay.
The 12.3-inch center stack monitor, that's where you're going to find your nav, your convenience controls, and it has a virtual gear shift that you can kind of see on the video if you get a chance to check that out. And what it does is, you're not using it, the car's not started, it rolls over, and it's got this nice little lighted design on it. And then whenever you start the car, it flips up, and there's your actual gear shift. You can see there on the video what it looks like. And it's really kind of cool looking. And the other thing I really thought that I liked about this vehicle, the glove box. The glove box is not down on the bottom of the dash. It's a drawer that comes out. And you don't have to get a flashlight and get down underneath to see what all's in there. You just
so you're going to turn it into your home junk drawer real quick.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly. So, it was really cool. And we had the Bang & Olufsen Premier audio system. Now, the power system on this. So there's a couple of different things. Now, the standard trim level has one motor. It's a rear-wheel drive. The advanced, which is the middle trim level, has 2 motors. So it makes it an all-wheel drive. But this one has 2 motors with 160 watt in the front and 160 watt in the rear. And all of them run off of a 77.4 kilowatt battery. Now, what all this translates into, 429 horsepower. And this one, because it's the performance level, has a boost button on the steering wheel. It says boost. You push it and you get a boost. And it jumps up to 483 horsepower for 10 seconds.
Wow.
And you know it. If you do it just right, you really know it.
It's a
516 pound-feet of torque.
Push-to-pass button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mars, it always does that on the on-ramp acceleration test.
Research, dude. Got to have more research. Now, the EPA has got this thing rated for 97 miles to a kilowatt hour. I think it's the way it does.
Yeah, that's going to help.
For city, 82 on the highway and combined 90. Yeah.
What's the estimated range of one charge, a full charge in the battery?
The range on it is, I have that written down here, 235 miles for the performance.
But that's what they say.
Yes. And I read some of the other reviews that are out there online, some place like Edmunds, they actually got better than that.
Wow.
On their course. And the other thing that's really cool about the performance one, using a 350 kilowatt charger, it says it'll go from 10% to 80% in 18 minutes. Now, I charged from 10% to 100%, but I did not have a 350 kilowatt charger, and it took me over an hour and a half. Genesis says if you've got a 240 volt charger in your house and you want to do that 10 to 100%, it'll take you 7.2 hours. So basically overnight. So that 350 kilowatt charger you can find in some places is a really big deal. Now, I also tell you that Genesis says this thing will go from 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds, and I would not argue with that at all. I did find one thing I did not like. It does have a power ignition button. If you got an ignition button, it starts the engine and you can go. But if you got a power ignition button, you push the button, and everything's got to come on and do all its stuff and cycle before you can go. You can reach down there and put it in gear, and it ain't happening until it gets to that point. So that bugged me because I push the button, things start lighting, and I'm ready to go. You can't go quite that quick. But it does have a really smooth ride. It's got plenty of power in it. It's got this particular trim level has an electronic suspension, so it kind of creates that smooth ride on it, and it adjusts itself based on the drive mode. You got 3 different drive modes, but this is only available in the performance trim level. Now, the base model price for a Genesis GV60 is $53,350. Now, the base trim price for the performance level is $69,550. We had that optional paint, so we were MSRP at $71,320. Now, it appears, best I could tell, you can still get that $2,500 rebate with this vehicle. Something to compare it to, the Volvo XC40 Recharge is $60,000. Mustang Mach-E is almost $60,000, and the Tesla Model Y is a little over $50,000. But it's all right in there, and it's really a nice package for that smaller SUV if you want an EV SUV.
I can't wait to drive it. I don't know when that'll be, but I'm looking
I think you'll like it.
It sounds like it. Hey, thanks for riding with us today. Quick break now. We'll be right back. You're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana? Stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invite you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.